What's up, YouTube? I don't know why I keep saying that shit. What up, y'all? It's your boy KT Dre, and you know what I'm saying? I'm back with a little paternity fraud video. Feel me? Cause I'm gonna stop saying paternity court. This shit fraud, nigga. This shit fraud, nigga. Make sure y'all keeping God first. You feel me? Praying, and talking to God, man. Secondly, make sure you're doing something to better yourself, bro. Stop sitting on your fucking ass, bro. It's 2025. Stop thinking you don't got no ideas. Stop thinking you can't do shit with your life, bro. Get the fuck up, nigga. Let's start the video though. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we don't got no bullshit, but 9 times out of 10 we got some bullshit.
We're here today to get this settled once and for all. We were in a relationship in late 2005. She comes to me and tells me she's pregnant. I always ask her, are you for sure it is mine?
You had doubts from the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. I had a torsion. The doctor said right there, you're unable to have children. And now I've got this bill, $21,000.
I never asked him to get child support from you ever.
Yes, you want to go down and take care of this.
You can look at the paperwork. The paperwork always said the other guy's name.
Yeah, okay. We are going to find out today the honest to God's truth.
This court only works for the truth, and that's the least this man deserves after being held financially responsible for a child he knows isn't. And
I don't see why they take so long to do this shit though. They like they in their 30s and 40s, bro. They must been fighting about this shit for about 10, 20 years, bro. Bro should have been got in front of a judge and got this shit taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You need to, hey, from now on, if you have a baby, bro, I'm not saying, because some girls might feel like if you been with your girl for a while, you know what I'm saying, and you be like, I need a DNA test. Nah, nigga, you know you been fucking, like, nigga, you know I been fucking you and only you, but sometimes that's how they get you. Like, nigga, I only been fucking you. Why would you, you know what I'm saying, try to guilt you. Sometimes the nigga don't want to ask that because it might come out rude and disrespectful, but nigga, start asking that shit, nigga. Look, let's get a little DNA test real quick. You feel me? Oh, but we've been dating for 3-4 years. Why do we need a DNA test? So you think I'm just a hoe? You think I'm a slut? Not really. I don't think that. But anything can happen. And I don't want this baby to come. I don't want this to come out that this not my baby, because then I'm about to get on your ass, shawty.
can't be his.
When you found out you were pregnant, did you tell Mr. Whistler it was his child?
I told him I was pregnant, and he told me it wasn't his.
The other guy that you say you always put his name on all the paperwork.
All the paperwork.
What about the birth certificate? You told me if I wanted that kid to have my last name, I would be there for the birth. And I was there. It come out a little while later that you had been sleeping with this other man.
At 6 months, you knew.
Yeah, at 6 months after birth.
Yeah, and?
I can't go on with my life now.
You did sign the birth certificate,
Yes,
am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
You claim that not until the child was 6 months old were you told that there could be a question regarding the paternity.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me look.
She deceived you long enough to
why do y'all wait that long to tell somebody they pregnant? I mean,
this
they got a baby.
Situation is appalling. She should be arrested for such
Oh
manipulation.
God, what the fuck?
How did she tell you this?
She told me straight up it could be this other man's.
He was proud to have a son and not denying it like you.
He should be standing up if it's his kid.
Nah, for real.
Reliable to pay this over $21,000 when I was working.
I've never given it to me. Got no child support one. Not one.
You are.
Miss, hold on. What is the evidence you keep holding up?
A letter I received from the Child Enforcement of the state of Missouri.
This letter from the state of Missouri indicates $20,850.
Yes, Your Honor.
56 cents.
I've paid no tell.
If this nigga done paid $20,000 in child support, it is not his baby. You feel me? She need to pay that nigga $20,000 with a little interest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say 0.779 times 2 interest. 40,000. You feel me? Cause bitch, you wasted all my fucking life and $20,000 in my fucking, bro. What?
How much already on this child?
For some people, that's a lifetime of savings they're forcing him to pay for something that isn't his biological responsibility. And you know why? Because if you sign that birth certificate, it becomes your legal responsibility. And then her deceit won't make a difference.
Did he ever pay child support?
No, I've never gotten any.
Were you receiving assistance from the state?
Food stamps.
So if you were getting assistance from the state, they're going to then follow up with the legal father of record required to pay them back the money. You understand?
On the paper, it asked if there is anybody else who could be a biological father, and I've always put down the other guy's name. Always.
Did you put down Mr. Whistler's name too?
That was the name on the birth certificate.
Because you signed the birth certificate, under the law, you are the legal father.
Yes,
did you understand that when you were signing that birth certificate?
I certainly did, but I was to the impression it was my child. There was no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was mine.
Let this be a lesson to you all. If the doctor says your swimmers have broken legs, don't believe the word of the woman just because you're in love. Be smarter than that.
Thank you for joining us. Your relationship to Mr. Whistler is?
Fiance.
What do you know about this situation?
I've been doing some research, and that's what I have here on child support.
And this evidence is presented to prove what exactly?
Penalty for lack of child support.
So your concern is your fiance could go to jail for failure to pay child support?
Yes. You know, I don't know if there's going to be a knock at the door. Come get him, take him away, because he owes the back child support.
I've seen them take people for less than the $21,000.
Bro,
it's just not right.
He better not go to jail.
In this position.
The last video, a nigga spent 5 years in prison for missing a court date for not paying child support, bro. For a kid that wasn't his. He spent 5 years locked up for a kid that wasn't his, bro.
Because of this lady.
To live in a constant state of fear is the definition of
This shit fried. I don't give a fuck.
Now
This shit fried. Y'all bitches need to stop that
it's
shit.
unbelievable how a woman can destroy a man's life with just
What the
4
fuck?
words. You are the father.
After the child was born, a couple weeks, I went to my boss and asked her to loan me to get her a ring, and I proposed to this lady. She took the ring and said, not right now. I'm here today to finally see that this is taken care of after 18 years. I still got to go back to the state of Missouri and hire someone before I go to jail.
She was toying with him as if he were just another doll in her box. She used him, broke him
That's
down,
crazy.
threw him away, and has been stripping him like a mine for almost 2 decades.
I have to ask you directly. Do you believe Mr.
Let me see that
Whistler
nigga.
is your biological father?
I did believe he was my father, but I was always told that it could be somebody.
That might be his son, though. That might be his
Your
son.
mother's testimony that
Let me
she
see the
always
ears.
tried to list the other
Bro,
person.
look growner
Have you ever
now.
met this other man?
Yes, I have.
Do you refer to him as dad?
I did one time, but that was just to get his attention.
Do you have a relationship with that man?
Not anymore.
How about Mr. Whistler? Do you refer to him as your dad?
Yes, all the time.
With her mess, she has potentially left her son fatherless.
Right.
And once again, the innocent man suffers, being pinpointed as the bad guy, while the child, who is not at fault for his mother's mistakes, bears the consequences.
In the case of Whistler,
He not the daddy.
Frazier, Mr. Whistler, you are not
He not
his
the daddy.
father.
Alice, that still is not going to change my love for you.
I still love you.
That's
Hey,
real,
what's going
bro.
on, YouTube? This is
Fuck
Smitty
these
going
ads,
on a
bro.
5-day online
My bad, y'all.
Not
I ain't
his
gonna lie.
father.
Fuck the ass. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, editing bitches out and shit. You feel me? It is KT Uncuts. So I keep this shit uncut. Feel me? If you don't like it, fuck you. Bye.
Alice, that still is not going to change my love for you.
I still love you too.
Thank you.
That's
Now
a real
I'm
man.
gonna Go back and try to get this resolved.
With the understanding that there are no guarantees that that debt will be erased,
Yes,
because
Your Honor.
you are on the
birth
birth certificate and you signed it voluntarily. At least now you
Hey,
have
before y'all
the
sign that birth
2 decades
certificate,
of
make sure
anguish
you
and
the dad.
20,000 in debt over a lie. Let the final lesson here be: condoms are cheaper than diapers, and DNA tests are cheaper than child support.
I contact him through Facebook to let him know I'm pregnant.
No, she
Pray
called
book.
me over the phone to tell me she was pregnant. I had asked for
Caller
DNA.
for a DNA test.
Did you say the baby is yours or it could be yours?
Could be yours.
Could be.
No, Your Honor. She has
Yeah.
done nothing but sit here, tell me this is
No.
nothing but my
No.
child. I have been here. She has ran from the DNA. If
What
it
the
is
fuck?
mine, why do you run?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro, look all types of fucked up. I'm just gonna say that. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing else. Bro, look all types of fucked up. All right here. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? We gonna see.
From a DNA test, I do not know.
Taylor
That boy
also
got-
told me to take him to court. That's
What the
why
fuck?
we're here today. Because I'm the one taking him to court.
The judge has taken the bench, and we are here to determine whether she is lying or not.
I have tried to get a DNA test from the moment I found out about Eric. She has denied it every which way she can. She's argued with me, said that he looks just like me. Why would I need DNA?
Ms. Orr, are you...
They don't look like his baby, dog. I mean, that baby look Don't look like that baby. I mean, that baby nose, not his nose, not his lips, not his eyes, at all.
Trying to avoid the DNA test?
No, Your Honor. If he wants a DNA test, he needs to get it done, not me. It's not my job. Eric does look like Mr. Taylor.
She's lying, Your Honor.
No, I'm not.
But
Resemblance
straight
of
lying.
does not equate to
And why you can't just get a DNA? He talking about he need to pay for it. Man, pay. All right. Pay for that shit,
What did
Eric.
that mean?
They website.
And then you all decided to meet in person.
Yes, ma'am. June 14th.
So you had sex with Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Unprotected sex?
Yes.
After meeting on a dating site?
Yes.
And meeting for the first time?
Yes.
You all know you wrong.
It might feel good for 9 minutes, but you'll regret the next.
The judge is not playing. She said, y'all know y'all fucking wrong. Nigga, y'all met, so on the dating site for the first time, man, y'all wrong as hell. Then you just had a baby. This shit not meant to be, dog. This is what you, hey, I know some niggas just be horny, dog. Like, you feel me? Like, I understand that, bro, but don't bite the bait, dog. Feel me? Cause then this how shit like this happen, bro. Stop being horny on them dating sites, clicking on bitches and shit, bro, and fucking on the first night, bitch. Then you get pregnant and shit, and then boom, you got some bullshit on your hand, child support and a whole bunch of other shit, bro. Get you a woman, you just free coochie all day. I promise you.
9 months, especially if she tries to pin the responsibility of a child on you without certainty it's yours. Trust me, it's not worth the headache.
Taylor, you said the relationship lasted 2 weeks?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many times did you have sex with her?
I had sex with her for like that week. Had sex with her a couple more times the next week. Then
He kept coming back. We done slept with each other more than 10 times. That's when I found out I was
no,
pregnant.
Your Honor.
Was Taylor the only man you were intimate with?
There's other men, but at the time, Mr. Taylor was the only one that I slept with when I was off my birth control. When I got pregnant around August, Your Honor.
Okay.
Most women on birth control don't fully understand how it works. It's easy to miscount, and as she said, that child could be the offspring of one of several men.
At that moment, what you're saying is you did not believe that you were the only possible father. Did you believe, Mr. Taylor, you were one of the possible fathers?
I did.
When did you find out the baby was born?
A week after.
Oh, a
Baby,
week after
or
the baby
year.
was born.
Right.
Ms. Orr, you are certain Taylor is your child's father. You go into labor and you don't even give him a call. You reach out on Facebook to say, I'm pregnant with your baby. You don't reach out on Facebook to say, I'm having your baby.
Everything
Right.
happened so fast. I
No,
had a
Your
health
Honor.
problem.
It didn't.
My son was born 6 weeks early. I was gonna wait till Eric got out the hospital.
But still,
Your Honor.
it took
Right.
a whole week for you to get in.
Why? Bro, as soon as you in labor, you could be like, I need to call my baby daddy, get him here, boom. You know what I'm saying? You're not in labor that long. You had it 6 weeks early, but even if it was instant, you could have called at that moment. Afterwards, you could have called him. A day later, you could have called him. Not a fucking week. You feel me? That's fucked up, bro.
Contact with him?
You playing with this nigga. That's not his baby, bro. They don't even look like that nigga baby,
Yes.
bro.
Her story has not been solid, and her next answer is just as contradictory, leaving more questions than answers.
No, lucky that I even told him because he wasn't there during the pregnancy or none of my doctor's appointments.
I wasn't there because she had told me about the other possibilities that could be Eric's dad. I was told by the nurse there was another man in her room.
It was a friend guy.
Is this a friend you've been intimate with in the past?
No.
Why is he up at the hospital?
Because he supposed to have been like the godfather.
How did you have time to notify?
Got me a new loose leaf. That cheap keep motherfucker. Get you a loose leaf, roll the fuck up, and make sure you're watching this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck around and be out of paternity court videos, so we fuck around and gotta go somewhere else. I don't know, we finna go to Maury, we finna go to goddamn some celebrity shit, I don't fucking know, bro. So if y'all got some other shit y'all wanna watch, leave that shit in the comments, bro. Make sure you fucking subscribing, bro. Subscribe to the fucking video, bro. Subscribe, my nigga. It ain't that fucking hard, bro. If I shoot you in your shit. If I shoot you in your shit, nigga. Subscribe, my nigga. Subscribe. It's not that fucking hard, my nigga. Subscribe. No bullshit, nigga. Subscribe.
The godfather and not the biological father. You're accusing him of not being there, and yet you are blocking him from being there at the most important moment.
Because the nurses was talking to me at the time. I couldn't really talk to my family members.
The nurses were talking to you for a week straight?
Telling me everything.
I don't know if she tested fine right now or tested lying, but we'll see.
Nah, for real, just get to the answers.
She's not a good
Jerome,
if you're going
call
to
Jerome.
fabricate and manipulate a story to make the man
Call
look
Jerome.
like the bad guy, at least come up with one that's believable.
For the fact that she did not tell me until Eric was a week old, I am unbelievably shocked.
What I want to understand is, you're at the hospital, take these beautiful photos, post them up. What happens at the hospital that make you retract all of this?
She had made me had doubt. She told me to take the pictures of her son off Facebook. She's basically harassed me that this is nothing but my child. She has messaged me constantly, this is your child. Why don't you answer the phone for your child?
You put the pictures up and she tells you to take them down. Oh.
She wants him to be the dad, but doesn't want anyone to find out. Possibly because she was trying to convince another man he was the father, testing the waters to see which sucker would take the bait.
That's you on the bottom right, baby Eric in the corner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Boy, that's not his
On
baby.
the top left.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why do you send them a collage of pictures with the baby and another man?
To let him know Eric does not look like another man.
Where'd you pull this man out of? Thin air?
That is one of my ex.
This is someone Mr. Taylor accusing you of having sex with. He was saying this could possibly be baby Eric's father.
Yes.
That picture was not going to help the situation. It didn't. I'm sure it only fueled your doubt at that point.
Your Honor, she just went as far as like.
Let me see the picture. Why you block that nigga out?
Penis. I have a crooked penis.
What?
She asked me if I had one. I said yes. She said, so how can you deny that this is your son?
All I have to say is I hope nobody brought an exhibit.
Parading pictures of another man isn't the way to squash a paternity.
Hey, let's get to the answers,
you know
dog.
A DNA test, the very one she's
No
been running
bullshit.
away from. I wonder why.
Did you think it was a way to avoid the DNA test again? Because you have maintained in this case, she has avoided this test at every cost until now. So do you feel like that was the last ditch effort to say, you know, the baby has this physical characteristic, do you? Yes, you do? Okay, now. That's what you're thinking?
Yes, Your Honor.
The judge was intrigued by the possibility of a genetic characteristic and called in a specialist to provide more insight into it.
So if the father and the son are both born with it, is it an indicator of paternity?
It would be highly unlikely, but possible. The one is more of a structural problem that's actually occurring. Based on just a curvature of a penis, it would be hard for me to determine paternity from that.
Not impossible, but not necessarily an indicator.
Right, I would agree with that.
However, the woman has
How can that indicate
her
shit?
certainty up
What
to
the
this
fuck?
point. She may not be an expert liar, but she wouldn't be foolish enough to change her statement before the test results were revealed.
Miss Orr, do you still stand by the fact that Mr. Taylor is your child's biological father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Taylor, do you
She got
still
a straight
stand by your
face.
position that
She
you
lying.
believe you are not baby Eric's father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nothing you've heard in this testimony
That's not his
has
baby,
changed
bro.
your mind?
No, Your Honor.
I think we're ready for the results.
I've been
Now it's
ready,
time
bro.
to see if 2 weeks with this woman turned into a lifetime of responsibility, or if
I
she's
hope
just
not.
gonna have to find another man to play daddy.
It has been determined by this
Ah, that might be his baby because the ears.
you are not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Calm down, Mr. Taylor. I know this was disappointing.
I wish I never knew her. I don't see how that's.
That's sad. That's sad because bro thought he was a dad. The whole time he wasn't. Because this girl was playing. Fucking around. And they're trying to throw this baby on this nigga. Stop doing that shit. All my niggas out there, get a DNA test before you motherfucking sign them papers, nigga. Before you put your name on that birth certificate, get you a DNA test, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the video. We on to the next video. You feel me? Subscribe to the video. To the channel. And we on to the next video. Tight shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit. I said it right? Alright, cool.